Hello ladies, it's me again. This video is a little bit about powders, clays, and tea rinses. My friend Pile Scrap Terry did a video where she was talking about she did an amla treatment followed by a black tea rinse and how it affected her hair and made her hair really hard. Powders and clays are naturally drying. So if you ever do a powder, clay, henna, or anything of that like that, you have to follow it with a heavy moisturizing treatment. They are drying to the hair. They do give strength, but like I said, they mimic a protein, so they fill in the holes. And as proteins can make your hair hard and crunchy, so can clays, powders, and henna. If you are doing a clay treatment, you should never follow it with a tea rinse because tea rinses are drying too. Although they will tell you like chamomile tea, but chamomile tea has no caffeine, will give you more moisture. It's still, most teas have tannins, and so do clays and hennas. Tannins, caffeine equals dry. So doing one after the other can cause you some problems. If you are using a caffeine tea, green tea, if you are using a black tea, you usually want to rinse those out. You don't want to leave those in your hair. Now they are fine as a base if you are making a refresher spray or even a cream or a butter. They're fine to have infused because along with that you're usually using oils and aloe vera and glycerin and other things that will bring moisture to your hair. But alone, they will dry your hair out. I used to do black tea rinses regularly at first for my shedding because it will control shedding. It also will make your hair stronger. Your hair should feel stronger after a black tea treatment. However, it has to be done a certain way. With black tea, you brew your tea, you pour your tea over after you've washed your hair. You pour your tea over your hair. You can put a shower cap on. You can run around with it for about 20 minutes. After that 20 minutes, the way you decide to do this part is your choice. I put my conditioner right on top of the tea because I want the tea in there longer. So I put a moisturizing conditioner right on top of the tea, put my shower cap on, and do my running around or heat or whatever I'm going to do, and then I rinse it out. If you don't want to do it that way, you rinse that tea out your hair and then do your moisturizing treatment. Without it, it can do exactly the reverse of what it can do for you. The same with clays and powders. If you do not follow them with moisture, your hair will start shedding, your hair will start breaking, and you'll get the opposite effects of what you were trying to get out of your tea or your clay or your henna. So it's like even when you do a black tea rinse, at least for me, when I would do my black tea rinse initially, as I'm rinsing my hair and everything, I seem to shed a lot. But for the rest of the week, I would have almost no shedding when I would do my hair. I wouldn't get hairs in my hands. If I were doing stretch styles, when I combed it, I'd have no hair in the comb. But initially, when you rinse your hair, you may seem to have a whole lot of shedding. Excuse me again. Okay, as I was saying, once again, phone ringing off the hook today. So, you can get a lot of shedding initially, but afterwards, your hair should not shed the rest of the week. The reason I stopped doing black tea rinses is because, as you can hear, it's very time consuming. And it was like, I want to deep condition, I want to do this. So I tried to start finding deep conditioners that would help control my shedding because I did not want to be doing black tea all the time. It was great at first, and then later it just eventually worked its way out of my reg. Although if I do find myself shedding a lot, I'll do a black tea rinse and fix that immediately. For me, it's an immediate treatment. But keep in mind, when you're using powders, clays, and everything, you can have some, it will dry your hair. So you have to up your moisture content, and you don't want to use a tea or a protein when using clays, powders, and tea rinses. Excuse me. So I hope this helps. If there's any more questions, another thing, Pretty Unique Hair had said that the amla, really messed her hair up too. It would probably it could be just the amla powder. We all can't use everything, and sometimes using something straight, like for me, I love Rasul clay, as you know. I have my clays and stuff, and I do like amla as well, but I use it in mixes. I buy conditioners with it in there. I buy refreshers with it in there, leave-ins with it in there, because I don't, using any of them on their own, especially since I started to henna, would just be way too strong. So I use products with it in there. I do not buy the powders or the clays themselves and just do a treatment like that. I just go with having my products having it in there. So I hope that this helps. If there's any questions, put them down in the comment sections. You ladies know I will answer, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.